Hi, my name is Alex, and I am a GTM strategist and a founder of a few startups. Today, I want to share with you with a couple of my ideas concerning go-to-market. So, what is basically go-to-market? Go-to-market is a really straightforward plan on how you want to commercialize your solution, your service. Yeah. There are many things that should be there, like channels, ideal customer profile, how and where would you find your leads, what would be basically the process. And in this short video, I will focus on a few basic steps and a few mistakes that many companies are doing, and some of them actually I've done myself. Yeah, and I will be 100% transparent with you. So let's go. The first thing, um, when you are talking about the go to market, you need to understand exactly what KPIs should be included. My proposal is for the B2B business to measure sales qualified leads. So it's the leads that are qualified to buy. And with the SQLs, for the enterprise check, you might hit unlimited revenue if you do understand how the numbers work. At the very beginning, you don't know exactly how many SQLs you need to sign up the first customer. There is a rule of thumb, yeah, so that there is a minimum amount of 10 really good sales qualified leads to sign one customer. And in this slide, you can see an example of a business. Yeah, so that if you understand that you need to sign 10 customers to get so and here's an example. So if you understand that you need to have 10 SQLs to sign a single customer, you need to do some specific things to get this 10 SQL. For instance, one SQL can worth 100,000 USD, yeah, and our annual recurring revenue plan is 1 million. So you can easily multiply the numbers and understand that to get to 1 million USD of annual recurring revenue, you need to have 100 of sales qualified leads. To get there, you need to track the number of the sales qualified leads every month. You need to understand how good your team is working, and you need to make sure that your team is motivated to achieve these numbers, at least on the SQL level. The good thing about the sales qualified leads numbers, you can check these numbers every week, yeah, and you don't need to wait up until end of the month to understand if you are hitting the numbers, if you are hitting your quarter or not, yeah. So if you have the minimum amount of 5 SQLs per half of the month, yeah, for 2 weeks, um, then basically every day you need to understand how many replies, how many dialects you are having to get to one single SQL. This way you can build a pipeline and calculate your performance. Inbound and intros is something completely different. So it's a completely different kind of a pipeline. It's an inbound pipeline, and it consists of two parts. The first part, intros, so introductions. It could be the introductions from your partners, from your friends, from your investors. The good thing is that it costs nothing. If you can ask people, sometimes magic can happen. Yeah, so you can get a customer out of nowhere. The only limitation is that it's not scalable. So you cannot bet that you will have another introduction next month. It can just happen or not happen. Yeah. With the inbound leads, it works a bit different way. Inbound leads are coming from content pipeline. So people are consuming your content on YouTube, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, and then they have some kind of motivation to reach out to you and buy your solution. So, good news, you can work with this pipeline. The limitation is that inbound pipeline is taking a lot of effort to kick it off and a lot of time. Good point is that if you're able to produce the content yourself, then it will cost you literally nothing. Yeah, and I encourage all founders, all CEOs to inform people on their business journey, to tell what is happening, what they're doing, um, what are the challenges that they are solving, not only for the customers but maybe inside their business. This kind of content is really engaging. People are really tired reading and watching uh, really polished, smooth kind of stories when you sign up a big contract every day or get 100 million investment from some big venture fund. They want to see how ordinary or common people are doing the business, and they want to buy from people like that. Yeah. So focus on your Facebook, LinkedIn, and other social network accounts and try to gather the people that might buy from you in your friends list. Once you start doing it, you might want also to keep track of the numbers. MQL is marketing qualified lead, so it is the lead that is coming from your content. It's not that warmed up still. This kind of a leads sometimes are really cheap compared to the cold outreach leads. Yeah. Other KPIs that you might also want to track is the number of the people that visit your website, how many people are reacting to your posts, uh, how many comments you're getting. So try to find the KPI that will measure the engagement of your audience in all of the platforms where you are available. If you will keep track of it, if you measure the engagement of the posts, if you try and understand what works for your audience, then you can produce the content that will hit the pain points and will also motivate other people, send you a message, ask for a price, and then buy from you. Yeah. So emotional sales are working really good. Yeah. So sometimes you need to provide some rational reason why people need your solution, but in many cases, emotional reason would be enough. If you have different products, for instance, I worked with image recognition solutions, computer vision solutions, where you can have audits, some analysis, um, some development, and also the image recognition solution itself. You might want to split the pipelines. Split the pipelines to understand the numbers, the conversion rates, to understand how good each of the product performs, not to have it all in one bucket. Yeah. When you combine all the pipelines, you actually doing a really wrong thing. Yeah. You might hide information that one solution is really profitable and another solution is not. Yeah. So you need to understand how good each of the solutions is driving your revenue numbers up. Cold outreach. Cold outreach is something actually that many companies already started doing years ago. And previously, most of the companies were also doing the email marketing. However, the efficiency of the email marketing today is not that good because many companies start doing it. Yeah, and um, many recipients of the emails actually are not that enthusiastic about reading some some guy came out of the blue and just pitching something, yeah. And much of the professional traffic is going on LinkedIn, where you see who's writing you, you see his or her bio, you understand the background, and if the account is really good, yeah, so you will really see good conversion rate to the reply. The minimum setup for the LinkedIn outreach nowadays is usually 4 or 5 accounts you are connecting to automation, or you're doing it on your own. Yeah. So the good thing about LinkedIn that you can find leads there for nothing. Um, the limitation is actually it might take a lot of time if you will be doing this manually. There is a number of the automations that will do the outreach to the people, connects to the people inside your ideal customer profile, and you won't need to do it manually. The price starts from, I don't know, 40 USD per account, and usually it is worth it. Yeah, you can build really complicated sequences of actions. So, liking the post, visiting some page. LinkedIn itself is not fond of it. Yeah, however, if you're inside the limits of these actions, you're really safe. Yeah. I won't like advertise different solutions that can do this. There are many of them. It could be Get Sales, it could be Phantom Booster, it could be LinkedIn Helper. You might try it on your own and decide which one is working better for you. The conversion rate there is really good. So you can expect that even within the first months, you can get a few of the sales qualified leads, even with just one account. My personal record was I've done 30 SQLs within 1 month with just one account through the Sales Navigator. Inside the LinkedIn, you have the messages and you also have the emails. So you can buy the Sales Navigator and you can reach out to many people. Yeah, so you can send up to 60 emails if I'm not mistaken. However, many people now have the open account and you won't spend the email. Plus, you have the ordinary messages. In order to send the message, the person should be inside your connections. So you can send up to 25 emails to your connections, and you can send also some number of the friends request or connection requests. Yeah. In terms of the organization, you might want to set up a small back office with the people that will be doing this. You can hire an agency, or you can hire a sales development representative, which could be cheaper. Both things are working pretty good. The limitation there is that, of course, agency usually is more expensive and sometimes less engaged. However, my experience with the sales development representatives sometimes is not that good also, because you might do the really long hiring process when you find the person that is really engaged, that is really hardworking. Yeah, because sometimes people just sit and don't hit the quota. So it's up to you how to do this. Upsell is a really important KPI also inside your go-to-market. If you already have the customers, you can get up to basically half of all the revenue uh, that you can get from the customer success department, new revenue, which is really important. Yeah. And if your project management is not working that good, you will be always chasing yesterday. Because you see, when there is a churn, it's really complicated to sell to new customers because bad reputation, bad experience, lack of the cases, and churn actually make you feel not comfortable, and some of the customers that churn might not give you really good feedback. My experience that with our B2B SaaS, we had really big troubles with a few corporate customers. And what we basically done, we created at the very beginning of a year a customer success department, allocated all project managers there, yeah. Plus, we brought on in some front end, back end developers, and my project manager started to sell additional services, custom development, and we have increased our revenue by 1 million, and it was just within one year, even less. For the content and for the inbound, of course, the conversion rate is not that big, but sometimes you don't need that much of a people to buy from you. Yeah. We have an illusion sometimes that we need millions of people, millions of subscribers, friends on all platforms to get something to sell. No, in many cases for the B2B SaaS, it could be just thousands of friends. And even though you won't get many of the commands, yeah, it will be still okay. The good thing that inbound leads are much warmer, yeah, and it's much easier to sell to those of the people who are reaching out to you directly. And another like small advice, um, webinars could be more efficient than offline events. You know, when you start your business, you have also the illusion that everyone is going to really expensive exhibitions. However, these exhibitions sometimes are not that effective because they cost a lot. You need to pay for the entrance ticket, or you need to pay for the booth, you need to pay for the airfare, for the hotel booking, yeah, and just basically for nothing you can get a webinar that will run, I don't know, every week, every 2 weeks, and sometimes really magic happens. You might have a few of the people who attend, and still someone will buy. There are also some solutions that will help you to boost the number of views. And there is also a really funny kind of a solution, Padava. Yeah, there is also Lamppost. Yeah, that will help you to promote your content on LinkedIn. Um, Please try it yourself and tell me if it is working. Thank you, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Bye.